Why hello friends, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Meg, and in today's video we're doing something that's very highly requested. I am going through and curating a drugstore makeup starter kit. This is for beginners, it's great for teenagers, it's great for adults, anybody that wants to kind of create a full makeup routine but you want to do it on a budget. So I'm going to give you a couple options per category, but I'm trying really hard to keep everything as minimal as possible to not make this super overwhelming for you. In most categories, I have like one suggestion. With others, I have a few suggestions, but depending on your skin type or your preferences. Again, we're trying to keep it simple and minimal. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned, keep on watching. But before you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other future uploads that I put here on YouTube. And make sure to follow along on social media where I post daily. Be my friend on Instagram. We're a lot of fun over there. You're not gonna wanna miss out. Let's go ahead and get started with this drugstore makeup starter kit. Let's go ahead and get into foundations. This is one that I chose three different products depending on your skin type and preferences and what you kind of want from a foundation or a complexion product. I would say choose one of these or choose two. That way you can kind of customize what you want to use it for. So the first product I want to mention is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. I absolutely love this. I feel like it's great for all skin types. All of the products that I'm mentioning today are great for all skin types. I just wanted to mention a couple different things that kind of vary in coverages and like the different features about them. But this one in particular, it is a medium to full coverage foundation, but you can sheer it out and wear it really light. If you mix it with some moisturizer or you only use like half a pump on your face, it's really easy to wear that way. It's very lightweight and liquidy feeling on the skin, so that way it never feels heavy. I've worn this in Disney World like 7 months pregnant, and it didn't slide off my face in the heat of summer. So if that says anything for you, the second one that I wanted to offer up, I know a lot of us are IT Cosmetics CC cream fans, especially those that are in the 30 and over crowd. So I wanted to give you guys an alternative to that, and that is the e.l.f. Camo CC cream. This has some skincare benefits. It also has SPF. This one has SPF as well. Honestly, I put SPF on before all of my makeup, even if it has it in the makeup. Anyway, I chose this because I feel like it is very close to the IT Cosmetics CC cream, but it actually wears better. This is a great summer foundation. Really all skin types I think fare really well with this, but what I like about it is that it just, I don't know, you can sheer it out as well. You can mix it with a moisturizer, but I do think that a lot of people want a CC cream, so I wanted to include that. And then the third item that I wanted to include was the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is for the people that really want something lightweight, not a lot of coverage. You can build this almost to medium coverage, but this is super lightweight on the skin. It's really great for light makeup days. You don't want a lot of coverage. You just want something to sort of smooth out the skin and make it look good. Put a little mascara on and run out the door type of thing. I think you're gonna like this. The only downside to this product is that the shade range is absolutely terrible. I really hate that. I wish they had made more shades in this, but if you're able to find something that matches you in this product, it's great, and it's only $4.99. Let's move on to powders. I kept this very simple as well. I have one pressed powder and one loose powder. For the pressed powder, I have to recommend this one. This is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder. I have this in the shade Light. It has a couple of shades in it, and I have hit pan, as you can see. I love this so much. It's a very, very creamy, finely milled powder. I love this under the eyes and to set the skin with. I specifically, though, under the eyes, this is my favorite powder. I reach for it more than my Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like it's a really great dupe to my Charlotte Tilbury, but I just reach for it more. I don't know. I really love it and highly recommend it. The other product I want to recommend if you like loose powders, I would pick up the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. This comes in different shades as well. I have it in Fair Light. It's just as good as the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Honestly, it's very similar. If you like those kinds of powders, this is going to be a good one for you. Really, really love it. I've used it for years. Let's get into concealing and color correcting. I had to mention a color corrector because if you suffer from dark circles or you really want to brighten up the under eye area, you need a color corrector in your life. So for that, I recommend the LA Girl Pro Conceal Corrector. This is in the shade Peach Corrector. If you have bluish, dark circles like I do, a peach corrector is going to be really great. If your concealers are more greenish, brownish, kind of really like deep and almost dirty looking, a pink or salmon tone color corrector is going to work really well for you for that. This also comes with in a pink or salmon tone. You can try that as well, but I like the peach. These are only like $4.99 and they're amazing. They also have concealer colors and they have so many shades in this. This is such a great product. And then for my concealer, I couldn't help but mention this one. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I feel like this is going to work on a lot of skin types and textures and ages. Don't let the word hydrating concealer turn you away even if you're oily, because it is going under the eyes for the most part. I don't really use this like on blemishes, but if you're really using this under the eyes, it's going to stay satin and hydrated under there. It's never going to feel dry. When you set it with some powder, it's going to look so beautiful. It works for a lot of people. I promise you're really going to like it. For bronzer, I only have one bronzer that I would ever recommend that is my favorite. This is going to come as no shock to anybody, but it is none other than the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I wear the shade Bronzer. I just don't like anything else. Even if I try something else, I always go back to this. If you've never tried the Butter Bronzer, it is so good, okay? Just trust me on it. It is beautiful. You're gonna love it. It comes in different shades as well. If you're very fair, get the light one. If you're more medium to tan, get the deeper ones. Just like, really, you'll enjoy this, I promise. I wanted to throw in an eyeshadow primer in case you have trouble with eyeshadow staying on your eyelids or you want to prime the under eye a little bit. This is so good. It is the Milani eyeshadow primer. I find it very comparable to the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, so it's very good, really affordable, and this is going to last you forever. This tiny little tube, you only need the tiniest little dot of it. Now let's get into eyeshadow. I figured the best thing to do in this case was to suggest some eyeshadow palettes, and I have two that I want to mention. So the two that I think are really worth the formulas, and you can kind of choose your own palettes based on the color preferences you like, because I feel like color selection and eyeshadow palettes are kind of a personal thing. I tend to gravitate more towards warm tones. I like pinky stuff. I like bronzy. I like neutrals, stuff like that. But if that's not your jam, then by all means. So the two eyeshadow formulas that I want to mention are the e.l.f. Bite-Sized Eyeshadow Palettes and then the ColourPop palettes. So ColourPop has released, and they're available at Ulta. So all this stuff that I'm mentioning today is available at Ulta, and I wanted to make it easy for that. You know, the ColourPop palettes, they come in this 9-pan palette, and why I like them so much is that they are compact, but you get kind of a really full looking palette from them. This is the Nude Mood eyeshadow palette. I love it so much. The Blush Crush is another one that I love, but I think any of these 9-pan palettes, or any honestly that you're gravitating towards, you're gonna be very happy with. This eyeshadow formula feels very high end. This palette is only $14. I just can't highly recommend it enough. Okay, and then the e.l.f. Bite-Sized Eyeshadows, they're in little quads, so you get 4 eyeshadows and they come in so many different colors. So pick one that speaks to you. This is the Berry Bad. I just love the berry tones of this one, but there's also neutral ones. I have all of them. I really do. I have every single one, and I'm just very happy with them. They do feel very luxe and high-end. So if you're wanting to keep it minimal, you can buy a neutral ColourPop palette in Nude Mood and then get something fun in the bite-sized eyeshadows like Berry Bad or whatever sounds fun to you. And then if you are a cream eyeshadow kind of girl, or you want things to be, you know, even more simpler, you want to swipe it on and go, I love these. These are the CoverGirl True Naked Queen Ship eyeshadow sticks. I had to make sure I could say that without falling over my words. These are an amazing Laura Mercier Caviar Stick dupe. I have this whole post where I compared them. They are a stick cream shadow you can swipe on. These are harder to find in stores, so you're gonna wanna shop these online. Love them so much. Cannot say enough good things about them. They're very easy on light makeup days. Just swipe it on and go. And you have pretty cream eyeshadow. All right, let's get into mascara. I could go on and on about drugstore mascaras, but at the end of the day, I have one that's my top favorite, and it's gonna come as no shock to anybody that just paid attention to what my favorite products. This is the Essence Lash Princess mascara. It is a $5 mascara. It's amazing. I love it so much. I have had some comments that it doesn't wear well on some people, that it smudges easily on some people. I've never had that problem, but my eyes also sit further out on my head, but I feel like a lot of people love this mascara. If this smudges on you, try the Maybelline Sky High. It's one that I feel like doesn't smudge very easily on people. This is so good. $4.99. You cannot go wrong with it. I just love it. It volumizes, lengthens, separates the lashes. It makes them look fluttery and so pretty. Just like everything that I love in a mascara is in this one. Let's talk about some brow products. I have 2 to mention because I don't want to go on and on and on and on about brow products, but let's keep it simple. I'm fairly simple when it comes to brows. I like a pencil and a brow gel. That's kind of how I am. So I thought that these 2 are my favorites. The first one is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. This is a little harder to find in stores, but I'll link it online for you too. The L'Oreal Brow Pencil is almost identical to this. I just like the shade range in this a lot. I feel like there's a lot more shades for the drugstore, so if you struggle to find a good brow pencil that fits your eyebrow hair color, take a look at this one. This and the L'Oreal Micro Brow, they're honestly very similar and they're very good, so I'll have them both linked for you. And then this brow gel, I wanted to suggest like a clear brow gel you could use on days where you just want to fluff up your eyebrow hairs and run out the door, or if you just want something to set your brows. This is really good. It's the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. It doesn't make your brows feel crunchy, but it does help hold everything in place. It's a very, very simple packaging, easy to work with. Job is done. We are getting towards the end of this. Okay, let's talk about some setting sprays. I have 2 to suggest for you. First one is my top favorite. It is on the pricier end. This is a $16 product. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Fun fact, you can use the Ulta $3.50 off coupons on this, which brings it down to what, $12.50? So this is a really good affordable setting spray. It's just so finely milled. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's so refreshing and it makes your makeup last so long, but it doesn't make your face feel tight or matte or anything like that. Love it so much. This is at the top with my Urban Decay All Nighter. If you can't find that or you want something a little bit more affordable, I recommend the NYX setting sprays. This is the matte finish one. There is also a dewy finish one, so you can pick whichever works best for your skin type, but this is a little bit more affordable in case you wanted something that wasn't quite as expensive, but $16 is honestly not that bad for a setting spray that you're gonna use all the time. Lip products. I thought it would just be kind of weird to just be like, here's one lipstick that I would recommend and then run out the door. I have 4 lip products to suggest to you, okay? So first is a lip liner. This is my favorite. I'm almost out of it. I need to get another one. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Liner in the shade Caramel Nude. This is one of my favorite neutral lip liners. It's a retractable pencil. It's a warm nude. I use it all the time. It matches a ton of my nude lip colors. Love it so much. It comes in a ton of colors, so if nude isn't your thing, you can pick out one that looks like it would be your jam. And then traditional bullet type lipsticks, like, you know, a traditional lipstick. I love these. These are the Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks. They're so beautiful. The formula is really, really nice. It comes in a ton of colors. They perform really well. Like, they're very comfortable on the lips and hydrating. I have this in the shade Rose Velvet. It's a really, really pretty shade. I have some others as well. But here is what Rose Velvet looks like. I should probably swatch that lip liner for you too. Ah, there goes the cap. It's gone. We're gonna worry about that later. And then there is the Caramel Nude lip liner, and then there is the Rose Velvet lipstick. It's a nice rosy warm neutral. And then if you like kind of a really easy like throw it on and go sort of lipstick where it has in a kind of a, this has a built-in sharpener so you can get a really precise line with it, and this is the Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon. All of the shades are amazing, so pick one that you like, but this shade Enjoy the View is one of my favorites. And again, I like that I can get a precise sharpened point to it. This is the shade right there. This is Enjoy the View. It is a rosy warm neutral. Can you tell I like a very certain type of lip color? And then finally I had to suggest a gloss. So we have a lip liner, a traditional lipstick, a crayon lip, and now we have a gloss. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. These are so good. Very comparable to the Fenty Gloss Bombs. Pick a color, any of them are great. If you want the more sheer kinds, they really fit with whatever lip product you've put on top. Just if you get kind of a sheerish pink one, it'll work with whatever you have on your lips. These are beautiful, not sticky, they're hydrating feeling, they don't emphasize any texture, they make your lips look just like really juicy. Cannot say enough great things about these lip glosses. You're going to love them, I promise. Okay, for blushes, this was kind of hard to decide, but I wanted to keep this really simple because I think these are just really great because they also include a highlighter. Also gonna help you keep it a little bit minimal if you want to, you know, pare down what you're purchasing. And these are the e.l.f. Bite Size Face Duos. They come with a blush and a highlighter. This is in the shade Lychee. I find that this rosy blush and this highlighter are beautiful on the skin. They both have amazing formulas. I honestly would just recommend this. I milled over this a little bit, like, should I do a blush and then a highlighter and this and that? But I just kind of still kept going back to this because I feel like this has everything that I need as far as a blush and a highlighter. And the formula is incredible. So, and you can't go wrong with these. I think they're $3 or $4. They're so good. And you could buy a few of them in the different shades and have multiple options, like a warm tone, a cool tone, whatever you want. So love these so much. But then I also wanted to mention this product. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is such a beautiful product. It reminds me so much of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders, where it's just like super luminous, glowy type of highlighter, but it's not shimmery. It's not too blinding and metallic. It just makes the skin look so pretty. It's lovely as a finishing powder, so if you were just to dust it over the skin, but also if you don't like the really metallic, blinding highlight, you can just put it on the cheeks like this. I just felt like this needed to be mentioned because it's such a great product. If you've never tried it, I think you'll like it. If you really like to look glowy, you need this in your collection. I can't live without it. It's so good. So now that you have this entire makeup kit, this whole collection to do a full face of makeup with, what about your tools? Well, I have some Amazon finds for you if you need some sponges and if you need some brushes. So the sponges are these. They're my favorite beauty blender dupes. They're called the Beaky Blenders. They come in a pack of 5. They're like $8.99 for 5 of them, so you can't go wrong. They're my favorite. This is what they look like. They look identical to the Beauty Blender. They perform identical to the Beauty Blender, so if you need a makeup sponge, I would go with this one. And then the makeup brush kit, I've talked about this kit all the time. I use these brushes nonstop on YouTube. Anytime I'm doing my makeup on camera, I try to use these because it's easy for me to link to them and then just sort of suggest them to you in a set. This is a set of rose gold makeup brushes. It comes in a set of 25 and it's under 35. I believe it's for sure under $40, either $36 or $35. You get 25 brushes. It's literally everything that you're gonna need to create a makeup look. So in my opinion, I honestly would go for this instead of trying to buy individual brushes. And then you can kind of figure out what your favorites are and set some other aside, and I don't know, just do what feels good to you, honestly. But this is one that I like to recommend because, like I said, it is very comprehensive, has everything that you'll ever need for a full face of makeup. If you're very beginner, it might seem overwhelming for you, but my best suggestion is to just pick out the ones that you know you're going to use and set the others aside or give them to a friend or something, or just put them in a drawer, and then when you feel comfortable trying to get more adventurous, pull them out again. Simple as that. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful for you. I know it was a lot of like talking at you and showing you a ton of things, but I'm really trying to make this, you know, as comprehensive as I can make it and make lots of suggestions. And then you choose what fits your lifestyle, your skin type, etc. I've also written a blog post to accompany this video. I do have everything linked in the description below, but I also have that blog post that kind of goes into a little bit more detail. If you're feeling a little bit lost and you need some more guidance, make sure you check out that blog post, which is also linked there as well. So happy shopping. If you have any questions or need any more help, make sure you leave a comment or DM me on Instagram. I'd be happy to help you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!